What is up guys, Boris here, and ever since the beginning of the Dark Continent arc in Hunter x Hunter, we've been introduced to so many new characters, and so today I want to take the time to show you guys a little bit about how the whole structure works between the queens, the princess, and the bodyguards. Let's go ahead and get started. So, the king of Kakin has 8 wives, and I'll be flashing here all 14 of the princes, and I'm going to be showing you where they go, essentially who is their mother. And the important thing to note here is that the mothers do have a rank between them. Unma being the number 1 and Oito being the number 8. Now, as you can see here, a lot of the wives do have multiple children, so that is something to keep in mind as well. That is how we go from 14 princes to 8 wives. Now, the reason that I'm making this video in the first place is because, one, a lot of people have seemed to be a little bit shaken up with all the new characters. So I want to try to visualize here exactly what is going on with the princess and the queens. And then in the most recent Hunter x Hunter chapter number 360, we found out that there is a bodyguard system for each of these wives. And the system goes like this. Each queen is allowed to assign a bodyguard to each of the lower ranking queens, and that is to keep an eye on each of the lower ranking queens. So, for instance, Oito, number 8, has 7 assigned bodyguards, 1 from each of the higher ranked queens. That means that each queen 1 through number 7 are able to keep an eye out on Oito, make sure she's not planning anything crazy. The other rule is that anytime that there is a new queen, everyone else gets 1 bodyguard that they may pick themselves. So, again, in the case of Oito, since she is the newest queen, she does not get to pick any bodyguards herself. But number 7, since she is 1 above Oito, she would get 1 hand-picked bodyguard, and she would have 6 assigned bodyguards, 1 from number 1 through 6. And then if we take that all the way to the top, Unma would be able to hand-pick 7 bodyguards, royal bodyguards I should say, and she is assigned 0 bodyguards since there is nobody above her. So pretty crazy system, am I right? So essentially what this means is that the scales are tipped in favor of the higher ranking queens, and thus their children will have an easier time winning the succession game. And so it's going to be pretty difficult for the lower ranking queens to save their children from dying in this game, but who knows, anything can happen in Hunter x Hunter. So this has been a very quick look at the Kakin royal family structure. In part 2, we'll be going more in depth into the actual succession game itself. So I'll see you guys in part 2, and until next time, thanks for watching.